everyone, it's Lisa Jane here. I'm a healer and spiritual guide, and I work from my healing room in Cape Town, South Africa. So if you are new to my channel, please hit the subscribe notification button, and then when I'm prompted to do a video, which is today, then you'll receive the notification and hopefully it will be of some value. Because the first thing you need to know is that whilst I offer spiritual guidance and insights and energy updates, it's always related to your own personal healing and that of the planet. And often it's quite practical advice from my guides. I also don't just like talking for the sake of talking, so I only come on when I'm nudged, which of course I was today, otherwise I wouldn't be here, right? I hope you are all well. When I saw a client today, they asked how I was, and the general statement of, oh, I'm well, thank you, and you, oh, I'm good, oh, I'm fine, doesn't actually seem to cut it. And so I said something, I can't remember, and she replied back and she said, oh, I'm present. And I thought that was the most magical thing, so I'm going to use it. You know who you are if you're going to watch this, so thank you. So how am I? I'm present. And if you've watched some of my other videos, you'll know that that is the only way to be right now. And if you've watched some of my other teachings, like the White Rose teachings, if you haven't, please take a look, it's in the playlist. Everything is about being as present as possible, being as self-aware as possible, and knowing that each one of us is very, very crucial to the changes that we are experiencing, and that we are in a major phase of human evolution and transition. We are in a major phase of individual, collective, energetic healing. And the most difficult thing, I think, for people to understand, because most humans want instant gratification, right, is that in this case, we're probably not going to get it. What we're doing now, and this came through in one of my other videos, is that we are the ground crew. We're actually the highly courageous souls, right? And by soul, what I'm talking about is just that aspect of you that is extraordinary. And in my work, that's probably the easiest way to state what it is I do, is that I can see, sense, feel the extraordinary within the ordinary, or around the ordinary. So I see your soul, I see energy, I feel things, I smell things, I can, sense things, but it's all just a part of me being energetically open to experiencing the extraordinary. So what is it that I actually want to talk to you today? Well, in a number of other videos, the themes that have been coming through, or major symbolism, especially at the end of last year moving to this year, was about the turning of a wheel, right? So way back, I think in April, May last year, I said it feels like we're on this turning point or tipping point. And the critical nature of each individual is that it depends which side of that tipping point you're sitting on as to which way we're going to go. You can see it broadly as love versus fear, but for me, I'm just going to stick to a symbolism, right? Let's say we're on this great big mothership called Earth. And this great ship is sinking a bit, right? Or the oceans around it are changing. Now, I can hear one of you saying, so who's the captain? Who's at the steering wheel? Well, we all are, actually. And it depends where the energy is tilted as to which way that ship is going to go. Now, what I want to express today, because a lot of people have been saying to me, when will the healing end? Well, darlings, it never does, right? It's cyclical in nature. So once we've healed something, we shift up along the evolutionary ladder. We then might cycle through the same thing, albeit slightly lessened. And then each time, hopefully, if we're prepared to do the inner work and healing, we continue to move up in the spiritual evolution or the awareness and broader capacity of being human, which is about just realizing we're part of the magic of the universe. Now, in this cyclical work, things have ramped up quite quickly. And so during lockdown, for many people, major healing took place, major purging, and then the resetting and the move to another. We keep going through these cycles. And I want to give you an analogy that will hopefully keep you going. is that if you have a ship that is sinking, stuff gets thrown off, right, to reduce the weight of the ship. So think about it this way. In order to keep the ship balanced, or to actually influence it to go into another direction, each time stuff is being thrown off, that ship has to right itself again, right? So what we're being asked to do is each time we shed layers, we're being asked, right, which direction are you facing? Are you in love? Are you in fear? Are you in enthusiasm, positivity, light, higher thought vibrations? Or you're in anxiety, nervousness, stress? Because each time we heal something, we're going deeper and deeper into really getting to the root of those things that are stopping us from moving to our highest potential. So it can feel like it's a never-ending cycle. But where we are now, there's something new coming in. And this was information that kind of I picked up this morning, is that where we have been healing and purging, we're now at a place where we're beginning to realize more about our individual stuff. Because let's face it, as a human, it's sometimes very difficult, or the most difficult task, to know thyself, right? And yet that is what we're being asked to do. It's easy to know other people and to tell them how to fix and change themselves, but it's more difficult to do that to ourselves, right? So we're being asked on a deeper and deeper level to become more aware and to know thyself. So there's traits that you might have within you that are stopping you, that you're not really aware of, because it's like they're inside, right? And we really need to dig inside to see them. Not even other people might see them because we might have masked them. And what for me is quite interesting is that I and a lot of people have been experiencing very long story-like dreams. And it's like watching a movie. But what is the key is what is happening in that movie, and how does that relate to maybe a trait, a belief, a thought system you have that is pulling you back, that is holding you back. Because more than ever now, you need a dream journal next to your bed to write those things. More than ever now, you're asked to step back, as my partner would say, out of the matrix and look back in and say, I see that in myself now. And as we ramp up towards November, December, we are asked to really work quite hard at releasing that. So just remember that the ship that is going, that is trying to settle all the time, each time something is thrown off, you're going to be asked to find your course again, to find your balance. And everything is about balance, right? Homeostasis. We are energetic systems. The earth is finding its balance in amongst everything we've thrown at it. But it finds that balance naturally. If the distortions or the kind of, the distractions are removed from the aspect where the earth is struggling, it soon harmonizes itself. The same with the human field. Our soul field, that extraordinary part of ourselves, once it releases something, needs to settle. That information on a high level, not a mental thought, needs to embed itself in your physical, and then you stand, you hold space, you do whatever it is you have to do, rest, sleep, exercise, whatever, lie in the garden, to find that balance again. And once you feel balanced again, then you can move on to the next step, where you might then be knocked out of balance. Because remember, we're throwing out the weights, the ballasts. That mechanism of holding balance and moving forward is changing continually. So my guides wanted to share that with you so that you understand that the healing process is ramping up. It is cyclical. We can't look for instant gratification. We just need to accept that it is transforming very quickly. And for me, the biggest piece of information I can offer, or the urgency, is around self-responsibility, self-awareness, being present, and actually really asking yourself, what is it that I believe in? What is it that I want for myself, my family, my friends? And what is it that I want for the world? Because we are moving to becoming more aware of our extraordinary status. We are moving to a place where we start becoming aware of us as frequency, as resonance, as energy beings that are really just holding a vessel that channels the life force in and sends it out, receiving and transmitting information. So this system here needs to be balanced. Whether your dietary system needs to be balanced, whether you need to look at the thoughts that are happening that are out of balance, just note that whenever something shifts that you're going to feel out of balance and a bit wobbly, gather yourself together, rest, acknowledge yourself, give gratitude to yourself, seek help and support where you need it, but know that things are feeling a bit uncomfortable at the moment because we are in between, right? We are throwing off the ballasts, or whatever the word is for them, and we are recalibrating all the time as we move through deeper and deeper layers of self-healing, of collective healing, of healing from within the psyche and the body. So I hope that's helped. I don't want to discourage you, right? Don't feel like, oh God, when is it going to stop? Just see it as a process. It's a process, and it's an exciting process, because in that you get to know yourself better, and in getting to know yourself better and healing the stuff that needs to be healed, you are moving slowly towards your highest potential, or sometimes more rapidly, and you are about to experience that extraordinary aspect of yourself. So with that, I send you so much love and blessings from a beautiful sunny Cape Town to wherever you are in the world. Please engage with me. If you have the Wix app, I've just installed my latest community, so you can always search for me there on the Wix app, or send me an email and I'll add you. Of course, I'm on Instagram, I'm on Facebook, and please subscribe, and share this with friends who you think may find it of use. I wish you many, many blessings, and I send you such love, and have a really, really spectacularly awesome filled week. Bye for now.